Welcome back, guys. Brad here from Piney Grove. And yesterday I got a lot of progress done on the east wall here of the mega shed and also the bathroom and shower there in the back. But I can't continue that because I've got electrical outlet boxes on the outside of the mega shed and I want to take them off. They were put there to build my parents' house. I want to take them off and return those outlets to the inside here, and I need an electrician for that. So we've got the Baumalight MP348 Forestry Mulcher, and we absolutely love this machine. It's really helping us clean up Piney Grove, but we got a lot of sand in our soil, and these teeth have 3 edges, and I've just worn off this edge completely. So I gotta loosen up this nut and then turn them. But before we do that, and while the teeth are dull, I got a couple of stumps I wanna grind in the back of the property. Man, I love the smell of diesel in the morning. So we're at the stump area, and if you missed that video, I took down a decent sized maple tree here and an oak tree there in the background. And the oak tree caused a little bit of drama because it was rotten and it didn't fall correctly. But I've got the maple stump here, it's kind of in the way. And then, of course, you can't not mulch when you have the mulcher on the back of the tractor. So we're gonna mulch up this corner a little bit. People use the term game changer a lot on YouTube, and I guess in life in general, but I think it's about 12 minutes, I completely took this stump down to a level where it won't interfere with the brush hog or anything. And one thing I want you to keep in mind is those teeth are very dull. I've got a lot of hours and a lot of mulching on that, so the chips are kind of small, and I don't have really enough horsepower in my tractor to really bury it in here and do it quicker. So a bigger tractor would do an even better job, but this stump is gone. And what this machine can do to transform your property, we're sponsored by Baumalight. They provided us a machine. We don't have to say positive things about the machine. We don't even have to talk about it. All we have to do is show it in action. But I'm a believer. I'm a believer that this machine right here can transform your property. And after you get your property cleaned up, you probably could make a heck of a lot of money in a business going around and doing this for folks. But let's move on to another stump. I got another one that's been here since we've owned the property. It's a dried out stump. And this stump isn't a big deal, but it does get hung up on the brush hog and also the zero-turn mower. So a couple minutes of grinding and we'll get this thing out of the way. Probably doesn't look like much on camera, but that is an old log that just will not, or an old stump that just will not rot. So it'll be no match for the Baumalight. We'll get that knocked out in a couple minutes. That's too easy. Didn't even know that was back there. I don't even think that took a minute. That's now well below where that'll get hit with any kind of mower, and eventually it'll rot. I guess it was already starting to decay a little bit. Now that's all I needed to do was those 2 stumps, but I can't have this thing on the tractor and not do a little bit of land clearing, so I'm gonna clean up this corner a little bit. thing is incredible. 4 minutes to do that. This has got to be the most addictive piece of equipment on the planet. I just can't stop using it. I cleaned up all that, and that's where we started cleaning up after the stump. And I just kept going around here in a circle, or around this corner here. And you guys you don't live on the property, so you don't know how thick it was, but you couldn't see anything. From here around the corner, all that was thick, and I've done all that. Just this morning, in a few minutes, I've knocked this back another 10 or 15 feet. I had a big pile of debris over here. It's actually, you can see that in one of my stump grinding or one of my wood chipping videos, where I put a pile of chips there where I was grinding, but then there was a big, huge pile of brush right there. It's gone. It's gone completely. And look over here on the fence line. It threw that piece of brush from way over there over to the fence line. But here's that pile of wood chips I was talking about. So everything back there is beyond where I was wood chipping the other day. So leave a comment down below. Do you get like so involved in your tractoring that you can't stop? Like, I don't have to do this. This isn't a priority for me. I was working in the mega shed yesterday, putting up that OSB, and that needs to be done. That's a priority. But today I jumped on the tractor to do a little bit of mulching, actually just to do that stump. And I've worked this whole area here, and I don't want to stop. You can hear the tractor in the background. I'm getting ready to hit a big clump, and it's going to be pretty impressive to watch. Let's tear up this clump right here and get this area finished so I can actually go do some work that I have to do. I gotta go over here and get this pine tree. It flung it underneath the tractor all the way from back there over to here. And the only reason it didn't go farther is because it hit the fence. That's how powerful this thing is. But 7 minutes, that's what it was on the camera. 7 minutes to clean up this area in that last segment. This is the bottom part of this pine tree right here. And I'll actually come in here, I guess, with the wood chipper and get that down. But it was just kind of a spindly tree and wasn't going to amount to much, so I went ahead and took it down, because these other trees are the future, right? They're our kids or our grandkids, and these will be timber that they can sell 20 years from now when they're big enough to make boards. Now, what I found with this mulcher, awesome machine, and Baumalight sponsors a lot of YouTube channels, but I really think that mulcher is made for Florida because our brush is just so thick. What the Baumalight does is it cuts it off low, and then it kind of hangs over, and if you can't keep backing over it, you know, I kind of raise it high with the 3-point hitch and try to drop it and pull it out. But a lot of this stuff is dead in here. It's been chopped off by the roots. I've ground up the stumps, and it's just stuck in here. So I'll come in here with the Summit tractor with the grapple, and I bet you I can get a 15-foot pile of brush just from this area, and then I'll run the mulcher over top of it. But that's going to wrap up today's video. I'm going to do a different video where I change out the teeth on the Baumalight MP348. But we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate your support. So until the next time, y'all take care out there, and remember, life's short, tractor hard. PG out.